So during COVID, we actually provided hotspots for families that did not have internet at that time. And because we were doing virtual for a good portion of that, we had the opportunity through funding to be able to offer hotspots, and it allowed us to virtually teach our students.
When we were doing our online schooling, I went with the counselor a couple of times to take the little hotspots to their houses, and just getting the kids set up on the computers and getting them on their Google Classrooms. Their parents had no idea how to do any of the technology, or they didn't speak English, so we had to make sure that we translated it to them.
By us not being here face to face, what COVID did was it really showed us what the limitations are for remote learning, which is why we spent lots of money to make sure that every kid had a Chromebook, and then we went the route of getting the hotspots so that every kid could have equal access to their education, and that was very important for us.
It was kind of a big shock for me that was such an issue, because I come from a place of privilege and have always had internet access. Obviously, kids can't do their work virtually if they don't have a virtual means of doing the thing. And not just that though, like in a peer kind of way, like all of a sudden all of these kids are outed as not having what some of us consider a daily thing. Like I've always had internet, and so those kids being like their internet's slower because they have a hotspot. And so just that societal kind of like outing of those students, and then them feeling less than their peers and things like that. It's helped us shine a light on this problem for us to really know that there are large groups of people who are impacted by what a lot of people see as like a basic right. Like having internet is just a basic thing, a privilege. But we forget that it's a privilege, and that there are so many people who can't pay $60 a month to have internet in their house. I think internet should be a public resource. I don't think it should be kind of held in the private sector by big companies looking to make money off of it. I don't think it's one of those things that needs to be, that money needs to be made out of. I think it should be a utility that's kind of put in with, like, I live in Asheville City, so water, trash, and sewer are all in the same utility, and it's very cheap because they spread it out. And I think it should be part of that type of utility so that we can regulate the price of it and include it in what's already there, just like we do water.